Hi everybody, this is James from Sonic Alchemy, a makerspace. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about contact mics and how we can use them. I got some questions from some people on Reddit and a few other places of what are these good for? So let's talk about it. Let's get started. Okay. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the uses for contact mics and look at how they work with a few different things. I've got a little piece of metal here. That's a screwdriver. I've got a little piece of wood, a ruler. And I've also got a piece of plastic, a plastic ruler. So these are some common uses. What do we got here? We have a contact mic. These are 3 different versions. They're all using piezo elements. And these all use a female jack here, as you can see. It's been wired up. And then there's something to seal up the back so it's not so sensitive. This one you can stick inside things. I could take a box, open up the box, put this inside, close it up kind of thing, stick it in sort of a wooden box or a container or something like that, or plastic. Use it to pick up the sounds that you might hit around the whole thing. This one's a more all-in-one. I can plug in a cable here, as you can see, and then I can attach it to something, hold it on something, right? Exactly. And then this one's a little bit more boutique. It is got a jack again, got the piezo element, but it's encased in a little box, so it's a little nicer. You can actually put it on things, the same thing. So let's give it a try, see what happens. I've got a simple little Amazon straightforward amp here. I'm not doing anything, there's no effects, no reverb, no delay, anything like that. So what you hear, what I do is what you hear. So let's try this one here. There it is. Plug it in. You can see it's plugged in. Turn it up. You can kind of hear that, right? So I can stick that underneath something like that if I wanted to. Kind of hear I'm playing around with it. The mic is underneath there, right? So you kind of get a little bit of sound from it. I can attach it to something. You could put it as a trigger on something like a drum if you need this to be out of the way, or any kind of surface. And that's the basics of that one. So the next one, if you need to have it sort of as a compact little thing, you can use this here. And same idea here. If I want to attach that there, I get an idea. Right? So I could put it on any surface. Pretty much, for the most part. Trees doesn't really pick up. You gotta crank up the volume. You risk getting feedback. You don't want to put this usually directly in front of an amp that's turned up, although this one is. That's why I put this on the back here. It kind of deadens it up so it doesn't feed back so much. And then the last one here, let's have a look. So this is a little more boutique-y. And plug it in there. And so turn it up. If I take something like this and put it on there, turn it up a bit. So I can play around. musical, I can do that, right? That's plastic. I can stick a piece of wood on there as well. You get a little more dynamic range, you get a little more frequency range, there you go. Okay, so that's the basic application. You could actually put this on and use the sound as a trigger for something else. You could put whatever version of this you wanted to use and have the sound as a control voltage on, say, a synthesizer or a theremin or some sort of MIDI instrument. So those are some general possibilities. I did another video which showed how to make one of these. The basic principle is exactly the same on all three of them. And if you're feeling really lazy and you don't want to make one, I will put a link for my Etsy channel, my Etsy store. You can buy these here from us as well. It does help us continue to make more stuff. So, hope you liked it. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.